Good evening, John Augustine here. I hope I find you well. After a nice sunny day, thank God to God, I was able to visit my late wife's grave in Kilmainham Wood near King's Court, County Cavan, but it's actually it's addressed as Kells County Mead, and though it's near Cavan, I don't know why it's Mead has their paws on it. And I had some flowers and said my prayers there. And there's other flowers there from before, some of these ones that last forever or would last for a good bit until you need to change them. And then I visited the church. It's called the Sacred Heart Church. So the graveyard is beside it, so which is good. And there's a headstone and surrounds and stones on the grave and that, And anytime I see any bit of weed or something, I take it up and said my prayers for the happy repose of their souls and shed a tear, yourself. We're not we haven't got hearts of stone, so we haven't. Lit a candle for in the church, said a little prayer that's on the wall there. And then did the Stations of the Cross. And booked our anniversary, so it's our 6th anniversary now in July the 24th, but I put it down for the 21st, 11:15 Mass on the Sunday. And I'll do the reading for that because I like to do it and have done it. I did the response to Holy Psalm when she died, and other practicing Catholics did the first reading, and then I did the response to Holy Psalm, which would be the De Profundis one. And then somebody else did the second one. So we're talking about Bishop Joyce B. Striclkland, Light and Leaving, the challenge of the lady in the 21st century. He's a marvellous bishop. Thank God he's still with us now. And but just to paraphrase some of the stuff there that I just read, he has indicated like that there's an anti-humanism about, and certain people deny the God made the world in Genesis. We know that. And there was a wasteland, and He created everything that's in the world and also in the universe. That's what we believe as Catholics. Common sense tells us nothing happens just out of nothing. But certain people, like the environmentalists, making out that have some control over the environment, which they haven't and never will have. When it rains. When there's thunder, and if there's earthquakes, nothing to do with what they're yapping about. And believe in God and believe in especially the Catholic faith, the way, the truth, and life. That is the key to joy and happiness. And it's a purpose in life. If you don't have that, what is the point? What are you doing? What do you think is going to give you that peace and joy? The pursuit of money, the pursuit of power, all these things are fleeting. And often when you achieve what you think you want, and maybe a nice house with a drive into it, perhaps automatic gates, and this, that, and the other, more rooms than you need, what do you feel after it when you achieve these things? You get a momentary whatever it is, and then that's it. Doesn't matter what. So if you don't have a purpose, a spiritual awakening and a belief in God, you're adrift. You're like somebody that's on the sea that doesn't know where they're going. You're at sea in your life, And there's a lot of that. And hence we have this business of the killing of the innocent, the abortion, the killing of the vulnerable, euthanasia, assisted suicide, the destruction of the young with the gender. Aye. And trying to do away with the idea of made in God's image, man and woman. The natural order of things for the rarer family. And that's what God said. Multiply in that way. But they're trying to change all that. This is what people that haven't a clue. They're going down the wrong road like zombies. So he doesn't say that kind of thing, but it's roughly like that, isn't it? So we want to, but the only thing we can do is pray for their repentance, because governments and the political establishment are embarked on that misrule, and they should respect life. That's a fundamental civilized way to be, isn't it? I pity the poor mothers that do such a thing as to kill the babies that they're blessed with. Why are they so selfish when they do that? None of us would be here if our mothers went down that road. We were blessed to be born, and in our case, reared as Catholics and baptized as Catholics, and then getting the religious instruction, mostly in the schools, but some from the home. And family roles, it was said, but in our case, not every time. It was a little bit haphazard in the sense, but it was said. Yes. And often when I was visiting my aunts and uncles, it was always said there. So I have a feeling they're all up in heaven, because they were very faithful practicing Catholics. Some of them sang in the choir. Yeah, very melodious, good voices. I had an aunt who was nearly a soprano. If she was trained, she could have went on for great things, but people weren't that anxious to be whatever it is. She sang in the choir, and that was honour enough at those times. And of course, all the hymns, and I try to sing some of them. I'll be singing them after this, because it nourishes the soul, gives you a lift. You're smiling. That's so right. And then we'd agree treat now and again going to the pictures. Yeah. There was 3 different seats. There was the cheap ones. Then there was ones that were sitting on hard seats, and not just individual hard seats. It showed that the pictures with the cowboys and Indians and all. He's after you there. Would you look around, for goodness sake, and don't be going around with your eyes closed? Not shouting and for to do the right thing, but they're always end happy. But they're always galloping after the rabbits and all the rest of it. But you enjoy that. But don't mention, I won't mention the film that I saw one time, and I think I had nightmares for a long time after it. What's this it was? The house with mirror, what was it? Or whatever it was, there was a little thing used to come across and a pair of eyes there. And the next thing is you hear somebody screeching and they were gone to their maker. I never liked that and liked that. I don't mind a comedy when something like that is happening, like in Laurel and Hardy one time. They were on the small fellow was in there to something, went to this house. Oh, it was a house of horrors. Very funny it was. They thought it saw a ghost. Oh, I totally enjoyed that. So there we are. I'll just digress there for a bit, as usual, with something else. So thank God it was that the wind wasn't there today. There was sun. God, it was grand to go about. Yeah. Bye now.